all day, all night. Occasionally I'll sleep and eat, but come on down, it's a lot of fun. And I want to show you some things that I make and that I have kits for. So I started off with this whole trip by making TV Be Gone and then hacking it. So here's some variations on TV Be Gone. The original keychain, I started off as a patented closed source thing, going the normal route. And quickly from getting acquainted with the whole hacker scene, seeing the error of my way and making it an open source project. And together with Lady Ada made the TV Be Gone kit, which turns off TVs from, excuse me, from 50 meters away. And sometimes, though, 50 meters isn't enough, and TVs need to be turned off from further, and then you need the professional model. For professionals only, but you can do it at home, and I'm really excited about the brand new TV Be Gone Pro, which turns off TVs from 150 meters. This might look familiar. Yeah, anyways. Excuse me, I made this project for Make Magazine, which turned out to be pretty popular, a brain machine, and the way I made it very easy for anyone to make, and I wanted people who'd never made anything ever before to try to make something. So brain machine, and I hacked it from a ready-made kit that's very easy to make called Mini POV, and we have those, and these are just some of the things that I'll have kits for down in the Hack Center. And let's see, also this game kit that me and my friend Rolf made. I can teach anyone to solder, and Jimmy and other people are down there. We can all teach anyone to solder. It's really fun, it's a great tool, and you can hack these things and make your own cool projects from them. So that's pretty much my
time
thing.
is up, but do you want to hear the rest of what he has to say?
Okay, I just really have about maybe 60 seconds more. Let's see, here's one more project. This one, you wave your hand over it and waves of colors follow you around. I just think that's really cool. I don't know, people tend to like blinky lights. So, a microcontroller is really just a whole computer on a chip, and there's a little block diagram, but it has some extra stuff where you can play with actual inputs and outputs and affect the world we live in. And it's just, I think electronics and computers are just so cool because we can have this conceptual stuff just in our head, an idea. We can play around with a few models and actually change the reality around us. And that's actually magic. But you know, to come up with a project with a microcontroller, or anything for that matter, inventing, you have an idea, you play around with some hardware. With microcontrollers you have firmware, which is the controlling software, and you end up with something hopefully really cool. But the thing is, the easy way to do something is not to just come up with an idea and then from scratch make something cool, but you can hack things that already exist. Like I hacked the Mini POV kit into a brain machine, starting with something really cool and make something else really cool. So I can also hack the Mini POV kit into all sorts of things. And here's my first version of the TV Be Gone kit, which I hacked from the Mini POV kit. You can see the hardware is basically the same, but I got rid of some red lights and put in an infrared light, which remote controls work with, and programmed it with the programming port to have remote control intervals instead of display intervals. And for those who don't know, a Mini POV is this thing you wave back and forth, and it makes pictures or words in the space that you wave it through. And it's a really cool, easy project that can be hacked into lots of things. Here I am turning off TVs at a Best Buy. I put a TV Be Gone kit in a hat. So Best Buy is kind of like MediaMarkt, which is conveniently across the street for target practice for anyone who's interested. Yeah, and I hacked the kit into the Pro, and then the Pro was kind of big and bulky, so I hacked it into something more convenient. You can hack hacks, and you can hack hacked hacks, and you just go on and on. I also hacked the mini POV into this RGB light that makes all sorts of trippy, nice colors by replacing the red with the red, green, and blue and reprogramming it with something called pulse width modulation. It just pulses the lights to make it look like the light's fading in and out. I hacked that into that thing that you wave by adding a remote control sensor. Remote control sensors are very important because without them, TVs can't turn off. So those things are very sophisticated, but they make about 150 million of them every 10 seconds. So they're actually quite cheap. Infrared comes out of that emitter, bounces off your hand, gets on there and resets the thing, and that's what gives it the effect of this swarm colored waves thing. So here's the thing, I don't have a kit anymore, but it's a little bug bot. You give him some light, he sings and dances, spins his tail, and he vibrates, and he crawls off the table and breaks himself, which is why I don't have him around anymore. Brand new kit that I have, I hacked this little teeny mini cube, 3x3x3 cube, and it's just a really cool 3D display. Of course inspired by Der Blinken Lights one, but this one you can do in a couple hours rather than a month. And then of course the brain machine. This is 2 lights in front of your eyes instead of on the mini POV, and programmed for brain waves instead of display, and then you have something totally different and cool as well. So they are really fun at parties. Here's a fun bunch of people at, I think this was mostly from Chaos Camp a couple years ago. So yeah, anyways, come on down, hack, we can teach anyone to do stuff, do cool things, and yeah. Do cool things in your life.
So another setup change, I'm sorry for that. Next one is the talk about the Plomlom bot. The Plomlom bot remixes the tweets of Christian Heller, aka Plomlompom, and the generated phrases frequently reveal amusing connections between otherwise unrelated topics. Plomlombot is written in Python and is using Markov chains.
Okay, ja, der Plomlombot ist ein Bot und ihr findet ihn auf Twitter unter dieser URL. Viel Spaß beim Abscannen dieses Dings da. Und der Plomlombot remixt die Tweets von Plom, das ist Plom, vielleicht kennt ihr ihn aus dem Chaos Radio oder vielleicht habt ihr ihn schon mal irgendeinen Vortrag halten sehen. Auf jeden Fall, Plom ist Futurist und glaubt, dass in der Zukunft alles besser ist und wir auf die Singularität zusteuern, und das hat mich dazu inspiriert, den Plomlombot zu machen, denn auf der SIGINT früher in diesem Jahr in Köln hat Plom einen Vortrag gehalten, hat da die Frage gestellt, du möchtest dich in unsterbliche Computersoftware verwandeln, vielleicht machst du es schon. Und seine Erklärung war halt, je mehr persönliche Daten man ins Netz stellt, desto wahrscheinlicher ist es, dass man später irgendwann resimuliert werden kann. Also, weil dann ist ja halt klar, wie man sich zum Beispiel in bestimmten Situationen verhalten würde oder was man sagen würde. Und da hatte ich eine Idee, nämlich Plom ist auch auf Twitter, das sieht ungefähr so aus. Und da dachte ich mir, mache ich halt ein Programm, den Plomlombot, das ist so das Logo davon, der benutzt einen Algorithmus namens Dissociated Press, um halt seine Tweets zu remixen und Tweets zu machen, die Plom vielleicht also sagen könnte. Und das funktioniert folgendermaßen: Wir haben jetzt ein paar Sätze, wir zerhacken die und basteln uns daraus neue Sätze. Ganz genau heißt 2 Prozesse, das Dissoziieren, das Assoziieren. Beim Dissoziieren nehmen wir einen Satz, also nehmen wir an A, B, C, D, E, F und speichern zu jedem Token im Satz, was kommt davor und was kommt danach. Und wenn wir das noch mit weiteren Sätzen machen, also hier zum Beispiel den Satz C, A, F, F, E, E, dann haben wir halt wieder eine weitere Liste, auf der drauf steht, was kommt davor und was kommt danach. Und wenn wir diese Listen zusammenführen, nachdem wir das mit ganz vielen Sätzen gemacht haben, haben wir halt verschiedene Möglichkeiten. Also nach einem A könnte zum Beispiel ein B oder ein F kommen. Nach einem C könnte ein D oder ein A kommen. Und dann können wir das Assoziieren machen, nämlich uns neue Sätze zusammensetzen. Also in diesem Fall A, B, C, D, A, F, E. Also was